Good morning, Tuesday. Jim McKinnon here with Money Management Inc. We're going to talk today about investing is really simple. It's not a complicated process. And I'm going to make it as simple as I can because there's only three ways. Three. Count. One, two, only dos, tres. That's only three ways to invest. The first one, I'm going to give you a broad strike on. I'm not going to get down and dirty. I'm just going to give you the broad base. I think it'll make sense to you. The first is what I call super conservative. All right, super conservative, where you're only investing in things that are guaranteed not to lose money. Not to lose money. Now, the opposite is also true. If you're going to have something that's guaranteed not to lose money, it's probably not going to make a whole lot of money. And that would be things like CDs. That's probably the most popular. That would be things like indexed, annuities, or fixed annuities you can get that pay a relatively low rate of interest, but you're guaranteed not to lose money. And there's some people that put a lot of money in those places, particularly CDs, and they think they're doing the right thing. You're not. You are not. Inflation is going to eat you alive. Inflation says you put $100 up today. Next year it may take $200 to buy what the 100 would have bought today. You're not going to, and you're going to get a 3 or 2 or 3 or 4% return on your CD or your annuity. It's not going to work. But it's hard to convince people of that. I think back to when I first started in this business 55 years ago. And the statistics said out of 100 people starting work today, only 5% retired wealthy. 5%. 5 people, 5%. I saw the same study recently. They've updated it. Guess what? Same thing. Only 5% of people listening to this tape will retire wealthy. Why? Because you're making the same mistakes over and over again. Well, my granddaddy did it that way. Okay, fine. My daddy did it that way. Okay, fine. My aunt did it. Well, fine. Are they rich? Did they retire rich? Well, no, but they're able to get by. Getting by is not good enough, in my opinion. I mean, if I have grandkids that live out in California, I want to be able to hop a flight in California, go see my grandkids. If I'm barely getting by, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't afford to fly them over here. I don't have the money. I want to be rich when I retire. I do. And I think everybody deep down really does. But you got to do some things differently or it ain't going to happen. You're going to be the 95%. All right, so the first thing is ultra conservative. Second thing is fairly conservative, moderate, I would say. Now, these people may, and this is really kind of putting a pinch on it, I don't know if they would go this aggressive, may buy bonds, only something like a savings bond or a bond such as that's guaranteed by the government. Of course, they're going to still buy the CDs. They may buy a very, very conservative mutual fund, but that's putting it on out there. I don't know if a lot of them don't do that, but some of them might. Some of them might. Now, these people are probably going to do a little better than the ultra conservative, but not a lot. Not a lot. Let's just think about this. If inflation is running, let's just say 8-9% per year, which is about what it's running right now, and you're making less than that, you're losing money. You may have it in a fixed investment and you think you're not losing money, but folks, you are losing money. If you're making 3% and you got to pay taxes on it, and I hadn't even brought up taxes, and inflation is costing you 9%, that's a 6% deficit. So that don't work. And then there's people that I call the smart people, because they work with me. You say, well, that's egotistical. I don't care what you say. Say what you want to. But that's the truth. And I have shown them a way that you can do something called indexed investing. And with indexed investing, you get the best of both worlds. Because you're guaranteed not to lose money. That's very, very important to most anybody. I don't care who you are. And to me too, very important. And number two, you have the opportunity to make substantial amounts of money. You're investing in the market, but your money's not in the market. Your money's in an indexed account. It's just tied to the market, but your money's not in there. The most popular one that I've seen, in fact, I just ran a paper, an ad in the paper. And before I could run that ad in the paper, I had to have my compliance and legal department and tax and I mean, I think maybe President Biden looked it over to make sure it was okay. But before I can run an ad saying anything, I got to have it approved, and it has to be checked out that I'm telling you the truth. And I was telling the truth, and they agreed to let me do it. If I'm not mistaken, the past 10 years we've had an indexed product that earned an average of 18. That's 18.7% a year. 18.7% per year. Now those people beat inflation, doggone right. They got money, doggone right. What'd they give up? Well, it's an annuity, and with an annuity, you're not able to get all your money anytime you want it. I make sure people understand that. Generally, most annuities like this will let you take out up to 5 to 10% starting the second year. And then they've got like a 10-year surrender charge, so you got to keep it. And people say, I don't like that. Oh, you don't? Okay. How do you like 18%? Oh, I love that. Well, what do you hate worse? Not having access to your full amount of money, or making 3 or 4%. What do you like? What do you like? What do you hate worse? And you got to make a decision. There is no such thing as a perfect investment. I happen to love the indexed investing. I love the indexed annuities. This particular one, I'm not going to tell you the company, but we've done millions and millions of that particular product. And as far as I know, I don't have anybody that's unhappy. If they really understand it. Now, some people have not understood it that well going in, but we've gone back and re-explained it. Sometimes you have to get it 2 or 3 times, particularly the first year if you get a 0. Because remember, even in indexed investing, if the index goes down, it loses 10, 20, 30, 40, 50%, you get a 0. You never lose money. So there's 3 kinds of investors. I personally can tell you with 150% certainty, the ones that have made money have been the ones that have done the indexing. Can't lose. May have a couple of years where you make zeros. These next few years could be that. I don't know. But over time, one particular one that we do has earned over 18, almost 19% per year. Hope that helps. If it's something that's of interest to you, Kim, tell them my phone number.
601-990-2390.
Okay. Hey, folks, hope you have a great day.